Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we re-diving into a heartwarming story that proves a very important point. No matter how small you are, you can still be a huge hero. It's the classic tale of the dove and the big ant, and it's filled with suspense, kindness, and a powerful lesson. So get comfortable and let's begin our story. Imagine a beautiful, sunny day. The sky is a brilliant blue and a gentle breeze rustles the leaves on the trees. Down by a sparkling, flowing river, a tiny but determined ant is going about its day. This wasn't just any ant, it was a big ant, strong and full of purpose. He was marching along the riverbank, perhaps searching for food or heading back to his colony. But the riverbank was slippery with moss and morning dew. Suddenly, one of his little feet slipped. He tumbled and rolled, getting closer and closer to the fast-moving water. The river was much too strong for a small creature like him. He scrambled, trying to find a grip, but the wet earth kept giving way. It seemed like he was doomed to be swept away by the current. His heart pounded in his tiny chest as he saw the water rushing just below him. But wait. High up in a tree branch overlooking the river, a beautiful white dove was watching. She had a gentle heart and saw the little ant's struggle. She knew she had to act fast. Thinking quickly, she looked around and spotted a long, sturdy blade of grass. With a swift movement, she plucked it from its stalk with her beak. Then, with perfect aim, she flew over the spot where the ant was struggling and dropped the blade of grass right down to him. It landed like a tiny green bridge just within the ant's reach. The ant couldn't believe his luck. He quickly grabbed onto the blade of grass, his little legs working hard. He pulled himself up, away from the dangerous water's edge, and onto the safe, dry part of the riverbank. Once he knew he was safe, he looked up at the dove still perched in the tree. thank you, kind dove," he shouted up. "You saved my life." The dove cooed softly in reply, happy to have helped a creature in need. The ant gave one last grateful wave and continued on his journey, never forgetting the dove's kindness. Now, our story doesn't end there. Time passed. Maybe a few days or a few weeks. One afternoon, the same kind dove was resting peacefully on her favorite branch. She was preening her feathers, enjoying the warm sun, completely unaware of any danger. But danger was indeed lurking nearby. A hunter hidden among the bushes had spotted the beautiful dove. He saw her as a prize. Very slowly, very quietly, he raised his bow and arrow. He took aim, pulling the string back. His eyes were fixed on the dove, and his finger was ready to release the arrow. The dove's peaceful afternoon was about to come to a tragic end. She had no idea she was in mortal danger. But someone else saw what was happening. Guess who it was? That's right. It was the big ant, the very same one the dove had saved from the river. He was nearby, foraging for food, when he saw the hunter aiming his weapon at his friend. The ant knew he had to do something. He couldn't shout or fly to warn the dove. He was just a small ant. But he remembered the dove's kindness, and a surge of courage filled him. He had to repay the favor. Quietly and quickly, he crawled over to the hunter's bare foot. He took a deep breath and then, chomp, he bit down on the hunter's foot as hard as he possibly could with his powerful mandibles. Ouch! The hunter yelled in surprise and pain. He jerked his foot up, completely losing his concentration. The bow and arrow flew from his hands and clattered uselessly to the ground. The loud noise and sudden movement startled the dove. She looked down, saw the hunter and the fallen arrow, and immediately understood the danger she had been in. Without a second's hesitation, she spread her wings and flew high up into the safety of the sky. As she circled above, she saw the tiny ant on the ground who had just saved her. "Thank you, my little friend." She called down from the sky, her voice filled with gratitude. The ant had returned the favor, and both friends were safe. So, what's the big takeaway from this wonderful story? It's simple but so important. Even the smallest friend can be a big hero. The ant was tiny compared to the hunter, but his brave and decisive action made all the difference. It shows us that one good deed deserves another, and that kindness creates ripples that can come back to you when you least expect it. It also reminds us that size does undetermine your strength or your ability to make a huge impact. A small act of courage can change everything. So always be kind and never underestimate the power of a friend, no matter their size. Thank you so much for listening to our story today. I hope it inspired you as much as it inspired me. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories and lessons. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.